Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands, with a population of 907,976 within the city proper, 1,558,755 in the urban area and 2,480,394 in the metropolitan area. Found within the Dutch province of North Holland, Amsterdam is colloquially referred to as the Venice of the North, due to the large number of canals which form a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Amsterdam was founded at the Amstel, that was dammed to control flooding. The city's name derives from the Amstel Dam. Originating as a small fishing village in the late 12th century, Amsterdam became one of the most important ports in the world during the Dutch Golden Age of the 17th century, and became the leading center for the finance and trade sectors. In the 19th and 20th centuries, the city expanded and many new neighborhoods and suburbs were planned and built. The 17th century canals of Amsterdam and the 1920th century defense line of Amsterdam are on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Sloten, annexed in 1921 by the municipality of Amsterdam, is the oldest part of the city, dating to the 9th century. Amsterdam's main attractions include its historic canals, the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, the Stedelijk Museum, Hermitage Amsterdam, the Concertgebouw, the Anne Frank House, the Scheepvaart Museum, the Amsterdam Museum, the Heineken Experience, the Royal Palace of Amsterdam, Natura Artis Magistra, Hortus Botanicus Amsterdam, Nemo, the Red Light District and many cannabis coffee shops. It drew more than 5 million international visitors in 2014. The city is also well known for its nightlife and festival activity, with several of its nightclubs, Melkweg, Paradiso, among the world's most famous. Primarily known for its artistic heritage, elaborate canal system and narrow houses with gabled facades, well-preserved legacies of the city's 17th century golden age. These characteristics are arguably responsible for attracting millions of Amsterdam's visitors annually. Cycling is key to the city's character, and there are numerous biking paths and lanes spread throughout the entire city. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange is considered the oldest modern securities market stock exchange in the world. As a commercial capital of the Netherlands and one of the top financial centers in Europe, Amsterdam is considered an Alpha World City by the Globalization and World Cities (GODC) study group. The city is also the cultural capital of the Netherlands. Many large Dutch institutions have their headquarters in the city, including the Philips conglomerate, Akzo Nobel, Booking.com, TomTom, and ING. Moreover, many of the world's largest companies are based in Amsterdam or have established their European headquarters in the city, such as leading technology companies Uber, Netflix, and Tesla. In 2022, Amsterdam was ranked the 9th best city in the world to live in by the Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU, and 12th globally on quality of living for environment and infrastructure by Mercer. The city was ranked 4th tech hub in the Savills Tech Cities 2019 report, 2nd in Europe, and 3rd in innovation by Australian innovation agency Tooth & Nail in their Innovation Cities Index 2009. The Port of Amsterdam is the 5th largest in Europe. The KLM hub and Amsterdam's main airport, Schiphol, is the Netherlands' busiest airport as well as the 3rd busiest in Europe and 11th busiest airport in the world. The Dutch capital is considered one of the most multicultural cities in the world, with at least 177 nationalities represented. A few of Amsterdam's notable residents throughout its history include painters Rembrandt and Van Gogh, the diarist Anne Frank, and philosopher Baruch Spinoza. Due to its geographical location in what used to be Wit-Peatland, the founding of Amsterdam is of a younger age than the founding of other urban centers in the Low Countries. However, in and around the area of what later became Amsterdam, farmers settled as early as 3 millennia ago. They lived along the prehistoric Ige River and upstream of its tributary Amstel. The prehistoric Ige was a shallow and quiet stream in peatland behind beach ridges. This secluded area was able to grow into an important local settlement center, especially in the Late Bronze Age, the Iron Age and the Roman Age. Neolithic and Roman artifacts have been found in the prehistoric Amstel bedding under Amsterdam's Domrock and Roken, such as shards of bell beaker culture pottery, 2200 to 2000 BC, and a granite grinding stone, 2700 to 2750 BC. But the location of these artifacts around the river banks of the Amstel probably point to a presence of a modest semi-permanent or seasonal settlement of the previous mentioned local farmers. A permanent settlement would not have been possible, since the river mouth and the banks of the Amstel in this period in time were too wet for permanent habitation. The origins of Amsterdam is linked to the development of the peatland called Amstel, meaning watery area, from a.m., river plus shallow site at a shoreline, river bank. In this area, land reclamation started as early as the late 10th century. Amsterdam was located along a side arm of the Ij. This side arm took the name from the eponymous land, Amstel. Amsterdam was inhabited by farmers, who lived more inland and more upstream, where the land was not as wet as at the banks of the downstream river mouth. These farmers were starting the reclamation around upstream Ouderkerk aan de Amstel, and later at the other side of the river at Amstelveen. The Van Amstel family, known in documents by this name since 1019, held the stewardship in this northwestern nook of the ecclesiastical district of the Bishop of Utrecht. The family later served also under the Count of Holland.